Okay, so I've made some parts on this machine and got to work with it a little bit. I had a bunch of leaks I had to fix in the frame because of how I designed it, which wasn't a big deal. But two things that I want to fix that I'm going to try to work on today is the chip tray. In the chip tray, I put a filter in there and it soaks up a lot of coolant and it's kind of a mess to clean it. So I'm going to make, or I designed and I have the parts for an aluminum frame that I'm going to put a stainless steel mesh in. And then on the 440, there's a pretty big opening here for the side black sand pieces to slide up and down, and coolant and chips can fly out of there. So I made some splash guards that will bolt to the factory holes, and I put that in there. So hopefully then all the coolant really stays in there, and I can keep my my coolant clear chips. So I'm gonna try to work on that today. First things first, let's get all these chips out of here. So that's what I was using, is this blue foam. It's a pond filter type material. And it's good and it helps keep the chips out of the coolant, but it ends up soaking up a lot of coolant and takes up a bunch of space in the chip tray. So I'm going to opt to go for the stainless steel method that I've seen larger machines use. So we'll get this all cleaned out and then get the chip tray piece in there. So here's what I have for the screen. So it's two pieces of aluminum. It's a thicker piece and a thinner piece. These are going to be the splash guards that go into the machine. So this will be on the left side. So that'll help try to keep all that coolant and chips from getting out of the top. That'll be the second. And then here is this really fine stainless steel mesh. So I'm going to sandwich that between these two. I'm going to put that inside this chip tray. So hopefully it drains, all the liquid goes through, but I keep all the chips. I can just lift it out. So first thing I need to do is drill this bottom out and tap this. I think for M4 holes is what I designed it for. And then countersink the holes on the top so they're nice and flat. And then I can lay the material in, or the silk screening in, and put it in the chip tray. All right, so just need to drill all these out for the right M4 tapped hole, and then tap all these holes. right, so you got all these holes tapped for the bottom plate. So get that out of the way. And on this plate, I got to drill these out. So an M4 flathead will fit through there. So then I have to drill these out and countersink all of these. Okay, so to get the mesh in between, I was thinking about bringing it all the way to the edge, but I think if I try to do that to try to cut the hole in there, it's not gonna be right. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go right on the inside all the way around. So this is about 190 millimeters by 660 millimeters. And I think the pressure from clamping it down is gonna hold it in place. So I'm gonna try that first on this and see how that works out. This side. This is the straight side. So cut this. There's the length, and then the width is 190. And there's that piece of stainless. All right, so this bottom piece is intended for this filter. Put this in here. There we go. Nice. There we go. All right, let's put all these in here. There it is. Yeah, that'll hold. And there we go. Nice. All right, so let's put this. There's a chip tray all cleaned out. So this will sit in there like that and filter out all the chips. So hopefully just the cooling goes through and all the fines. So when I want to, I can lift this out and clean it out. But now we can put this back in the machine and work on the splash guards. So the next part is these splash guards. They're gonna go on the inside, right in between this acrylic and the panel, so hopefully crap doesn't come flying out of here. So I need to tap these for 1032 and then add another hole right here. So let's tap these holes. So let's take this, take these out. This guy back in here. There we go. Now, I think the better thing to do is to make these through holes and just have them connect to this new splash guard. There we go. That's much better. There it is. Let's get one more right there. There we go, splash guard in place and the door still opens. And I only have to add one extra hole. So that's what it looks like from the inside. So now hopefully all the coolant and the chips will stay on the inside, not flinging the outside. So I just got to repeat it on the other side and then that's done. And that's the inside on the right side. So now chips and coolant can't go out through that opening. So now, with the screen in and those splash guards in, you can finish the Titan 10M, which is the last one that I think I'm going to go through all of the other ones again, make a video on each one getting made on the 440, because it's definitely different than the tutorials online because the machine just isn't the same, doesn't have nearly as much horsepower.